7 of the most haunted hotels in the world to book for Halloween.
Whether you're a budding paranormal investigator or just a fan of the Fright Night ambience, there's no better way to truly get in the Halloween spirit than by staying in one of the most haunted hotels in the world.
These spooky lodges are teeming with spirits. Some so welcoming they actually unpack your bags for you, like at the Queen Anne Hotel in San Francisco. Book your next full trip at one of these creepy estates. That way, even if you're traveling solo, you'll still have someone there to keep you company. Number 1 Crescent Hotel, Eureka Springs. Billed as one of the most haunted hotels in the US, this Arkansas hotel has had plenty of opportunities to attract spectral visitors since it was first opened in 1886, serving at various points as a resort, a conservatory for young women, and even the cancer hospital of a 1920s fraud physician. Guests have reported sightings of over a dozen ghosts, including Michael, a stonemason from the building's original construction, and Theodora, one of the hospital's ill-fated cancer patients. But if you don't bump into one in the halls, don't worry, the hotel also hosts nightly ghost tours. Number 2 Lizzie Borden Bed and Breakfast Museum, Fall River. Yes, the actual home where Lizzie Borden's family was infamously murdered in 1892 is now a functioning bed and breakfast that makes no bones about their most notorious former resident. The house, which also operates as a museum dedicated to the suspected killer, her father and stepmother, is known for strange happenings, including doors opening and closing on their own and a mysterious floral scent that some say are signs that the Borden spirits still linger on.
3. The Equinox Golf Resort and Spa, Manchester. A post-White House favorite of Mary Todd Lincoln, her son, Robert, even bought a house nearby. The 3rd and 4th floors of this Vermont resort's south wing are reportedly haunted by a spirit that some say is the ghost of the former First Lady herself.
4 LA Fonda on the Plaza, Santa Fe. The current structure of this historic New Mexico hotel was built in 1922. But records indicate that the site held the city's first inn dating all the way back to the early 1600s. It was a favorite stopover for fortune seekers headed west, and is said to have retained a few of its more spirited guests, including John P. Slough, Chief Justice of the Territorial Supreme Court, who was shot and killed in the hotel lobby in 1867, and a spectral gambler who supposedly threw himself into the hotel's well after a bad hand and has been reported rising from the hotel fountain. Number 5 The Red Lion Inn, Stockbridge. Supernatural enthusiasts should be sure to book room 301 at this historic Massachusetts inn, which is said to be a hot spot for spiritual activity. Guests have frequently reported seeing figures, including a young girl carrying flowers as well as a man in a top hat on the premises, one reason that the inn has become a favorite among paranormal investigators. Number 6 Green Park Inn, Blowing Rock. This North Carolina inn has played host to a number of luminaries through the years, from Annie Oakley to J.D. Rockefeller to Margaret Mitchell, who the hotel says penned a portion of her classic Gone with the Wind in its rooms. For those of a spookier inclination, though, it's the guests who never left that are the enticement. Room 318, in particular, has a folk history of ghostly sightings around it, with some guests reporting sounds and electronic interference. Indeed, the hotel has even been known to leave a ghost lock in the lobby for guests to add. Number 7 The Myrtles Plantation, listed on the National Historic Register. This former Louisiana plantation dates back to 1796. Multiple photographs taken on the property purport to show the after images of apparitions, most notably a ghost known as Chloe, who is said to be the spirit of an enslaved woman who was a household servant in the home in the 1800s. The initial image led National Geographic Explorer to name the plantation the South's spookiest house. Number 8 Dalhousie Castle, Scotland. Built in the 13th century, it's no surprise that the Dalhousie Castle has a storied past. Dozens of ghosts roam the property, most notably Sir Alexander Ramsay. It's alleged that in 1342, he was starved to death by William Douglas and has wandered the grounds ever since. Late at night you might also run into the Grey Lady, the ghost of Lady Catherine, who haunts the castle's dungeon.